Hi, good morning everyone. Let's get started with the next topic, which is on architecture of SAP Solman Work Center. Okay, in this topic we'll talk about the architecture for work centers in SAP Solution Manager, what is a work center, and the different roles which is required to access different work centers, and then later we'll look at the functionality for each of the work center in brief. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so here you can see that this is the architecture for different work centers. Okay, you can see that these are the different applications, we call them as a work centers. So we have application for charm, for service test, for RCA, for system monitoring, for system technical monitoring, for system administration. So there are about 12 to 14 work centers are available here for different functionality. You have for landscape management, system administration, system monitoring. Okay, then so let's see the details about them. Okay, and here you can see that all these work centers, they talk to the SMSY, the LMDB. Okay, then LMDB, and you can see that Solar directory is there. So these are the repositories which are used, and you can see that this is an SLD getting the data from the managed systems diagnostic agents. Okay, so this is how the different work centers architecture looks like. Okay, let's see the different roles which is available for them. Okay, you can see for technical administration, this work center provides tools to support the IT teams for different activity, like you have an task inbox, alert inbox, central tool access for ABAP, Java, MDM. Okay, and these are the roles which is required for getting into technical administration work center. So let's see how this looks like. Okay, so this is your technical administration workbench. You can see that you have a task inbox, work mode management, central tool access, IT calendar, notification management, guided procedures. And to access this work center you require these roles. So basically you need the role, this role, and these two roles you require for accessing this particular work center. Okay, so let's go into the next work center, which is technical monitoring. Okay, so for technical monitoring we'll require these two roles, that is SAP underscore SM work underscore techmon and SAP underscore SM work underscore basic techmon. So you can see that all these roles starting with SAP underscore SM work underscore. Okay, so this is the naming convention which is used for the work center roles, and starting with this you will see techmon is for technical monitoring, SMmon is for solution manager administrations, SM admin solution manager administration, and if you go up you can see it's tech admin is here. Then okay, so this is the naming convention which is used. So let's see the next work center, which is technical monitoring work center. So let's take you to the technical monitoring work center. Okay, here you can see the list of the work centers which is available. Okay, you can see that there is a technical monitoring work center. So let's click on the technical monitoring work center. Okay, now this will take some time. So in technical monitoring work center you have an alert inbox which provides you access to critical alerts coming from different monitoring agents. Okay, you have a system monitoring, you have interface monitoring, PI monitoring, BI monitoring, general documents, and end user experience monitoring. So these are the different monitoring components. Alert can be seen at single place here. Okay, and to access this, as we have seen that the role that we need is, these are the two roles we require to access this particular work center. Okay, now let's get into the next work center, which is system landscape management. Okay, you can see that this is included in the tech admin and Solman admin work center. Okay, so now let's go to the next work center, which is system administration work center. Okay, for system administration work center, you can see that what you are seeing here is the status. Okay, you have sent 78 systems where you cannot access. Okay, and you have an overview section, admin section, calendar, task management, and settings. Okay, so this is about the availability section. Okay, now let's get into, so we have seen this, let's get into the system monitoring work center. Okay, system monitoring work center, you can see different systems which is getting monitored. Okay, for that the different roles which is required. Let's see the different roles which is required for system monitoring. Okay, so we can see that these are the different work centers and these are the different roles which is required. Okay, so let's get into the next one, which is say solution manager administration. Okay, so we will be going into the details of these work centers as well pretty soon. Okay, here you can see that some of the key things here is the solutions, which is very important thing, because in solutions this is where we use this for change and MOPZ, that is maintenance optimizer stuff. This is where you have self-diagnosis, you have different landscape which is getting monitored, infrastructure that you are monitoring, self-monitoring, and projects can be created from here. Okay, so we will get into details of this because this is very important. These two are very important components here. Okay, so let's see the details. System admin. Okay, so you may not find one-to-one mapping here, but what we can see is here you can see that solution manager administration work center. Okay, now let's look into the SAP engagement and service delivery. This is pretty important as well because this is how we connect to SAP and get the services delivered. Okay, so let's see the engagement, SAP engagement and service delivery work center. So just take note of the key things that is important, because that is the difference that you will find from 7.0 to 7.1. Few things which is moved from DSW where the solutions was there, then you had Solar admin where you had the projects, but all these things to streamline, to make it simple, it is put it in this particular work center format so that you can get a good feel of how it works and how you can make use of them. Okay, so the roles for that you can see is service delivery and basic services. So this is the role which is required for this. Okay, then after that we will be looking into the incident management work center. Okay, then the different root cause analysis related work center. So you can see that this is a diagnostic, so it is a diag is here. Then we'll see about the business process monitoring, BPO. Okay, data volume management, then the upgrade and the implementation work centers. Okay, so these are the work centers that we'll go into details, and this is one very important work center which is change management work center, so which falls under the IT infrastructure, IT services management. Okay, so here you can see that this is the service engagement and service delivery model. You can create a new engagement cycle and different services can be defined here. Okay, so let's look into the next one, which is on, say, important things. Among the important ones is the incident management work center, the change management work center, okay, and business process operations. So let's look into the change management work center. Okay, as we can see that these are the roles for the change. So change is like you are using for managing changes in your environment. Okay, you can see that you can define a request for a change document, maintenance optimizer, license management. So all that can be defined from here. Okay, so that is the change management aspect of solution manager. Okay, so finally let's look into the business process operations. So you can see that pretty much all the activities that we do and we use solution manager for can be done using work center. So it is simplified, all the activities, the tasks have been simplified and put it in the respective work center. So just take note that if you are doing a particular activity, you need to find out which work center you need to go for, and you can search and look there in that particular work center. And in case if you cannot see these work centers, okay, so that means that you are not having the respective role for the work center, and you can use this document, okay, to see which role, which work center you are missing, and just make sure that you add that particular role. If you cannot see BPM work center, that means these two roles are missing for you. Okay, if you cannot see say data volume management, that means these roles are missing. And if you cannot see say test management work center, then these roles are missing. So test management is also very important work center when you are either using solution manager to define test cases, or you are integrating it with third-party testing tools like HPQC, SAP Tau, or say Rational, etc. Okay, so you can see that the business processes work center is defined here. Okay, you can see that there is, you can define here. If you see this particular window, there are three things very important. One is the different roles which can be carried out from here, and these are the very common tasks which can be executed from here. Okay, and some of the key links which are not in system but out of the system can be seen from here. Okay, so you can see that FAQ in SDN, best practice document, application lifecycle, SAP support portal. So all these things are external to this system, and so the external links are given as well. Okay, so this is what I wanted to cover in this particular training. Thanks for joining and have a nice day. Bye bye.